What's up, everybody? Danny here with Mindset Manifestation Mastery. And in today's video, I wanted to cover with you tips and ways and how to use positive affirmations for improved health, fitness, and happiness. Have you ever heard the saying that affirmations work if you work them? Because it's absolutely true. They have this strange and powerful effect on our brains. When we tell ourselves something positive over and over, it begins to change our neurochemistry and creates a vibration in our brains, which eventually gets translated into behavioral change. In other words, if we repeat positive statements often enough, we will then begin to act and feel more positively. So it's time for us to really take a vacation from the world of should and ought to, and really start to embrace the world of can and shall. There's no law that says you have to wait until you're 80 years old to start feeling good about yourself. Affirmations are a powerful way to cancel or correct those old negative thought patterns and ideas. Positive self-talk can really change your life. Words can be used to motivate, empower, and even inspire. They can tear you down or build you up. So it's crucial to really be mindful of the words that you speak. You'll begin to act in such a more positive way when you speak to yourself in a positive way. Positive vibes will rub off on the people around you as well. It will affect your physical, your mental, and your emotional well-being if you stop speaking negatively to yourself. So there's several ways to change the way that you talk to yourself. When you don't want to exercise or when you're feeling down, notice what you really say to yourself. Do you tell yourself that you'll never get in shape or lose weight because you're too old or too fat? Do you tell yourself that no one likes you? It's through repetition and consistent practice that we change the way our brains are structured. Positive thoughts have a more powerful effect on the brain than negative thoughts. The parts of our brain associated with positive feelings light up when we think about something that is pleasant. And it's been found that when we think about something unpleasant, parts of our brain are associated then with negative feelings. What you manifest becomes real, and what you believe is what you perceive. This is the reason why we have such a hard time dealing with unpleasant emotions. So when it comes to positive affirmations, right, these sentences that you repeat to yourself can be used to really build up your self-belief. To become what it is that you want to be, you need to make them powerful and truly unique. Rewriting the inner beliefs and assumptions about yourself and the world around you, it can be done with repetition of using positive affirmations. Your unconscious mind will believe those positive statements and really assume that mantle of truth. So you should aim to say each positive affirmation 3 times a day. So for example, I am lovable, I am worthy, I am able. Really just tailoring each affirmation to your own unique situation and the goals is what you should be doing on a daily basis. Stand in front of a mirror and say your list of positive thoughts, and then keep going. And then think, what occurred? Did you see that you had a smile put on your face? An unconscious program in your brain has been activated. An unconscious program is what it really is. So what does this mean? It means that no matter what the problem is, when you use this technique, you will be reminded of all of the positive things that you are already doing. And that's when that unconscious program is activated, and it causes a flood of positivity. It causes a flush of good feelings all throughout your body. I mean, you will literally begin to start to glow from the inside out. Your body knows it's okay to release the chemicals of happiness. Your mood will begin to immediately improve. You become more optimistic. Your thinking will immediately become clearer, and you will feel better and therefore perform better. So a simple way to remember this is think positive and take action. So now that we've identified what you believe and you know what it is that you want, it's really time to take the next step. It's time to move from knowing what you believe and want to actually doing something about it. So here are some tips for moving from knowing to doing. If you don't take some kind of action, you will never know if what you believe is true or not. So what is the point in having knowledge if you don't apply it? Take that action, even if it's just a little step, even if it's just for a moment. Do something that is advancing your goal, even if it's a fraction of an inch, because this will stimulate your brain and keep your neurons fired up and sharp. And then you set a deadline. You give yourself a finite amount of time to advance your goal. And if you don't do it by then, you don't do it at all. So the way to achieve goals is to give yourself a frame of reference in which to measure your success. It's like hanging a signal flag in the sky to let you know how far away you are from your goal. So when you set this deadline, you give yourself an anchor by which to measure your progress. And then don't think about the end result. Really concentrate on the process of getting from where you are to where you want to be. Keep your mind in the present, because if you dwell on the future or you think about the past, you will be thrown off balance and unable to act with clarity. So concentrate only on what you can do right now. And what you will learn is that that now rushes by at the speed of light. There's no such thing as slow motion time. There's only fast forward time if you really think about it. So the key is to reprogram your subconscious mind to eliminate limiting beliefs. And once you do that, you will see that your life will begin to change for the better. So divide that goal into small bite-sized chunks. And the more mini goals that you have, the more likely you are to succeed. You know, if you have an important conversation with someone, do you remember everything that was said? Of course not. But if you break up that conversation into those little bits, and each of those little bits will be seared into your brain, and your brain will be able to access and utilize all of those little bits of information at a later date. And this is the power of chunking. So make being on top of things a habit. Don't wait for life to happen. Make it happen by taking that action every single day, taking those steps to make your life better, because we all know life isn't going to wait for you. And neither should you. You shouldn't be on the sidelines. You see, as human beings, we always tend to gravitate towards taking the easy route, right? Things don't require any effort. It's much easier to watch TV than to do housework and work on our goals. We all know that. But it's much easier to play computer games than to study, right? And we could spend hours doing things that we find pleasurable instead of the things that we find necessary. And understand, guys, that's not a good idea, because in time, it's going to catch up to you. You get stuck in this rut, you put things to the side. I'll do it next week, I'll do it next month, I'll do it next year. And that's where your life really begins to stagnate. So when this happens, it's very difficult to really break out of that rut, to get yourself unstuck. You know, you see, it's really hard to just break those bad habits. But when you are in a rut, breaking old bad habits is really the only way out. And then we start to eliminate all forms of shoulds. There are no shoulds in success. If there are shoulds in your life, you're not yet a success. Success really is the total absence of shoulds. Shoulds are the enemy of progress. So replace should with I am able to, and you will begin to create an affordable mental environment that will help you to really achieve all your goals. And then set those goals and make them big. Make sure they're not unattainable though. You know, let's say you want to lose weight. Instead of saying, I will lose 100 pounds, okay? Say, I will lose 200 pounds. And then after you get to those 200 pounds, set another goal, like maybe I'll run a marathon. It's really about visualizing yourself as the person who's already achieved that goal, and keep replaying those happy thoughts about the person you will become once you've reached your goal in your mind. You see, when you keep visualizing the positive changes that you will make, it helps you to actually bring about those changes. So do that goal every day. And if you haven't already, really begin to systematically incorporate exercise into your daily routine. You don't have to do it for an hour or more. Start with 20 minutes, work your way up, right? Positive thinking does not mean ignoring or denying reality, guys. It's the opposite. Positive thinking means embracing and going all out to make your reality even better than it is now. So I'm going to leave you with a few powerful positive affirmations that you can use to start making things happen. I am strong and healthy. I attract all good things into my life. I let go of negative thoughts and feelings. I am calm and relaxed. I am safe and protected. I am peaceful and focused. I am alert and full of energy. I am happy and loving. And I am full of control of my future. I believe all of us have these, little gems, right? Just like this hidden genius that's been lying dormant within us. Some of us have never tapped into this gift because we weren't taught how. And others are so consumed with our surface lives that we've forgotten our true natures. So we must remember that everything begins with an idea. And maybe you need a mentor to really hold you accountable and get you to really unlock that dormant superpower. I deal with a lot of clients that struggle with limiting beliefs. And in my mindset coaching, we always start with teaching positive affirmations. So get rid of the I want and replace it with I am. Get rid of should and replace it with could. Because once you have that idea, the next step is to translate that idea into a tangible reality. And that's where I come in as a coach. So if this resonated with you guys, I'd love if you could smash that like button, smash the subscribe button, drop a comment below if you see that positive affirmations are working for you. And if you'd like a free strategy call where we can help elevate your goals and reduce limiting beliefs, there's a link to my calendar below. I'll see you guys on the next video, guys. Go out and manifest that mindset.